My name is Niv Coach Javi, and I'm 15 years old, and I dropped out of high school 7 months ago, and now we're in Dubai at 15 with a Burj Khalifa view, right? I'm from the United States. I've been traveling from New York, Croatia, Miami penthouse, you know, all these different places, Cape Town villas, to now in Dubai, and all I hear is Lamborghinis every 10 minutes. It's hilarious, but that's besides the point. This is going to be pretty, just the thing to look back on. It's going to be a little bit selfish to make this video, just because I was able to speak shit into existence and what I want to continue speaking into existence. So I'm going to look back at this video and I'm going to think to myself, wow, because when I first started this channel, it was a year ago, and I made a video in December 23rd of 2023 when I had, my school break, right? It was the winter break-ish. And that's when I wanted to post my first YouTube video, but I thought people cared what I was doing, right? And now look at all the success I have, and people still don't give a shit, right? They made fun of you at the beginning, and now you're up, right? And this is going to be a little bit of a selfish video. Hopefully you guys are able to take away the lessons, as well as I'm just going to speak to what I think my roadmap personally is going to look like to achieving millions and millions of dollars in my bank account, to where I don't even have to worry about money anymore, and I can just buy, or I can just buy whatever properties I want. I'm probably going to own 30 properties just for the fuck of it. And it's just going to be to the point where I have too much money to where I don't even need to think about it. My kids don't need to think about it. And building the big family that I always ever wanted. I don't care about I guess you can say the Bugattis and stuff. I care about the freedom that money buys. In this world, you cannot lie to yourself. You actually do need money. So hopefully you guys can maybe look at this video and be like, how the fuck did this kid do it? And I did not do it. So we're probably going to end up doing 5K today. We did 5K yesterday, and the team's only growing, right? We just hired more sales reps and stuff like that, but I'm not going to make this a business-oriented video. I'm going to make it more of me talking to the camera and playing this maybe in my Instagram video in the future, or just a future YouTube video, and cutting up in a clip and being like, holy shit, I fucking did what I said I was going to do. So if you guys are not able to stick around for maybe a couple minutes just to kind of see what has in my mind how I got to this point, as well as how I'm going to continue scaling and hit 300, 400, 500K months, then I don't know what else to say. You guys might as well go look at a goldfish swim around. Okay? You probably have goldfish IQ. You probably have a monkey brain, right? So if you guys want to, go ahead, go on TikTok, Facebook, Reels, whatever the fuck it is that you want to go on, it's fine, all right? It's fine, because not everybody needs to be an entrepreneur, and that's the dark truth that a lot of people don't want to hear. So that's why they click off videos like this, and they don't go ahead and actually become successful. They say they want to become successful, but they never actually do it, because they can't fucking understand, and they can't actually sit down for a second to listen to what they need to listen to, okay? So when I first started, I was 13 years old. I saw my first client. That was amazing to me. And then I got a little bit sidetracked. I went into e-commerce, so I did 200K with 14 years old. And from there, I went back into basically my agency stuff, because I realized okay, I got my payment on holds. Dropshipping is a little bit I literally don't sleep. I sleep 3 hours a day, right? I was still going to school at this point, right? I was making it work. My mom just quit, or she didn't quit. She basically got fired from her main job, right? She was working 3 jobs. I didn't have a father growing up. And I had to fucking do it, right? I had to put my head down. I actually had to lock in. I stopped watching anime. I literally go from fat to skinny. I went from fat to skinny, and then fat again. E-com, and I was not sleeping. I was very unhealthy, and that's not the type of way a CEO should actually go about his life. You have to build productive habits. You have to build discipline, and that's what is one of those things that contributed to me getting to this point where I'm literally in front of the Burj Khalifa at Dubai at 15 years old. And I know I say that over and over again, but I really don't want to stress it, guys, because you might be the same age as me, you might be older than me, and you guys are not here, right? And that's not a bad thing. It's because you guys didn't start when I started. I started when I was 11 years old, making YouTube videos, doing stocks, doing e-commerce, doing agency stuff, right? I deserve to be here because I did it every single day. I created my own luck, okay? So don't be upset. Don't comment down below, oh, Niv, you're lying. This is your mom's place. That's actually hilarious. But yeah, you guys, just please take it in and actually learn from this. I don't want to see us being someone as cocky. I also want to make this as a video for myself, just to look back on and be like, holy fuck, I literally said what I was going to do, because this was in my visualizations, bro. The villas were in my villazization. I can say that word again. So one of the things that I do want to do is become way more tuned in with God, okay? I know this is really something people don't really talk about online, but I feel like God, especially when I used to do like some praying back in the day, it just made you like feel like you had faith in something, that faith in your life that you needed, because we have been gifted with like, everyone has a different fingerprint. So I don't know why you wouldn't believe in God. Maybe you start believing in God, try it for a month, do like a free trial or something. But this is something I definitely need to do more as a person that's gone to success like this. You don't want to forget about the person that gave you this life, gave you the taste, the hear, the smell, to enjoy, to actually reap the reward of the fruit of your labor. Currently for me, I am 15 years old, 5K days. I'm going to be 16 next month. So shoot, we don't have much time left, right? But we're on track to hit 100K this month. I hopefully want to do more than that, and I don't know if that was a Lamborghini. It was pretty far away, but yeah, I want to be able to do maybe 150K this month, and I know what that takes. I know what sacrifice that's going to take. I know how much less sleep I'm going to have to get. When I was in Cape Town and going from villa to villa, I was honestly sleeping a lot. I felt like I didn't have much time, or actually I had a lot of time, right? I felt like I didn't have much to do. And I also, one of the things when you just scale a business and you have more team members, there's more or less workload, right? You built your empire to a level to where now these people are doing the tasks that you made a Loom video, you made an SOP on, and I as well, like this past month, I also really went away from just taking care of my overall physique. I know I'm not like fat, I'm not like, in terrible shape, but I've lost a little bit of my six pack. I still have it there a little bit, it's not like it's gone, right? But I lost it a little bit, okay? And I feel like as well, I lost a lot of weight. I lost like maybe 5-6 pounds. It's not a crazy amount, but my really goal and what I really want to discuss in this video is a routine to where I'm, USA-based time zone, so I'm probably not going to be traveling around every couple weeks like I was doing the past 2 months. I'm probably going to be in a place in the U.S. where my team is located, because all of our clients are located in the U.S., so that's the time zone we operate for our business, and I don't have to sleep at 3 or 4 a.m. in Dubai. And now I can actually, be on the right schedule, right? I see the sunrise coming up, that's when I wake up, and I see the sunset going down, and that's when I go to sleep, right? That's what our ancestors were doing. So what my optimized and my wishful, routine would look like is probably waking up, probably sometime 6 in the morning, then seeing the sunrise, and maybe living in some sort of apartment complex where I have a basketball court, and I also have a very nice modern gym, okay? The reason I say basketball court is because when I was younger, I used to play a lot of sports. I used to play soccer, and I know I'm like still young. Why? It's funny when I say that to people because they're like, like you're still young, But yeah, I was playing soccer, basketball. I would literally skip, my classes in school to play basketball just because like I was fat. And there was a lot of things I had to come back from that e-commerce time when I was like 3 hours sleeping and I was just eating Chipotle and stuff, and I thought Alex Hormozi, told me that just eat Chipotle and you'll become rich, right? And I tried to do that too, and I mean it worked. I was leveling up in business. I didn't even know how to build a team back then, and I was just ripping it all by myself. It was crazy, but yeah, when I look back at it, it was definitely a good experience to go through. This journey is absolutely insane. You don't want to do it for the girls. You don't want to do it for just like, you want to have a real why when you go into this. Because I went ahead, and when I started doing all this visualization stuff, it really hit me, like, what did I actually want out of life? And when I had a lot of time by myself, alone in the room, like I didn't have much friends when I grew up, so maybe that was a good thing, because I was able to really lock in and not do drugs, not do partying, not do drinking. I've never had a drink. Maybe I've had some wine, right, at like a dinner, right? But I've never had like an alcoholic beverage. Like, it's crazy. Like, now I think to myself, like, damn, I don't even drink coffee either, and I wanted to keep that way. I want to keep as natural as possible, and going back to like how I want my life to look like when I'm, really optimized and just growing the business, is I want to be able to wake up 6 a.m. in the morning, right? And I'm not doing it from the point, like, I need to grind and hustle. No, it's because it's actually natural, right? The sunrise comes up at that time. And then go from there, just, work for an hour, maybe just go ahead and just do some deep work, build some SOPs, right? Just really because I have my fresh brain. Maybe just journal actually for 10 minutes before that, just so I can make sure, like, I know what's on the agenda for today, what are the most important needle moving things I can do early in the morning, because that's has to be the hardest work of the day. That's, that morning, the hardest work. Later in the afternoons when you get a little bit more tired and stuff like that, so I want to do the least more annoying, like, easy tasks later in the day. So hard stuff in the morning, journal in the morning. I don't know about meditating in the morning, just because you might accidentally fall asleep again. I think maybe meditating like Huh. Yeah, when I think about it, the average time like I should meditate is probably gonna be like 7 to 8 in the morning. Yeah, that's what I usually do, honestly. So, yeah, so actually meditating around that time. I know there's a lot of things like 1 month patterning, and a lot of people that they don't even tell you these. It's CIA gateway tapes that the CIA used, and I don't even know if I should be saying this online, but it's a way of like just hypnotizing yourself into living this reality to where it actually fucking prospers, and it happens by accident. Like, it doesn't happen by accident, but you make it happen into your reality. Like, it's crazy. I know it sounds like so woo-woo. I'm not gonna talk about it much in this video. I honestly want to eat like 4 or 5 meals a day. I know that's crazy, but I'm only like 5'9", 5'9.5" at 15 years old, or I'm almost being 16 years old. So I honestly just want to be in a place for like a farm. So maybe I'm gonna live in a state like Texas or Pennsylvania. Yeah, I think those are some good states. I know Florida's a lot more entrepreneurial, but I don't want to be wrapped into that life. I know how it sounds weird and shit, but one of the biggest driving factors in my why was really just to build the family I never had in the first place. So let me just actually set some goals right now. I want to be able to do $200,000 per month by, like, I don't want to set an unrealistic goal, but I really think I can hit that within the next 2 months. As long as things are going like how they are going right now on a daily basis, we're hiring more reps. And maybe I might have to switch up a little bit of the acquisition. I think that's like the only bottleneck I'll have as far as like when I'm scaling and having 4 sales reps. I can't just have one acquisition source, so that's one thing. But I definitely want to do $200K a month within 2 months, because I think that this month we're going to do 100 to 150K. Excuse me. Now, the next goal I want to set is to be able to add on 10 pounds. Now, that's going to probably be within a 3-month time frame. I think I'm going to do a lot of that by just drinking a lot of raw milk, so I'm probably going to drink like 5 liters a day, 1 gallon every single day. I think that's a little realistic. I used to do that when I was in Europe and just literally grinding it out. It was like from August to like October when I was like grinding it out in Europe. It was crazy time. Man, when I just look back and I'm like, wow, the time really went fast. I really feel like I didn't even live the 15 years old.